All right, I'm out here in San Luis Obispo for the beginning of the 2021 Hell on Wheels California Lemons Rally, and I got Bob. Bob is our official Lemons Rally mascot for the third time. This is actually from when I was a kid, so it's vintage 70s. Unfortunately, the 67 Imperial my buddy was getting ready is not ready, and he has to sit out. He was up till 3 a.m. So my buddy Jimmy, I got to give a shout out to him because this dude put in so much time and so much effort to get that Imperial ready for the rally. Could not do it. He says he's too tired to do lemons now, so it's just gonna be me and my buddy Adrian in the Grand Marquis, which I think we only got 80 starting points, which is, we got like 5 extra points for the Mustang rims. We're gonna see what much more hoopty cars are here that got more points than mine, and we're gonna do Lemons Rally and we're gonna cover it. So let's go check this out. So fortunately, we're not the only ones doing it in a Panther body. These guys actually came out from North Carolina in this town car. I think it was an 02 model. So there's the Marquis. And Eric, these guys are over here judging the rides here. Big shout out to my buddy Eric, who let us stay at his place last night as well. That was a huge help, and so we didn't have to get a hotel room. So this lifted Miata. I don't know how many points he got. I'm sure he got way more points than I did. I couldn't imagine doing lemons in a Miata. I got a lady's Miata near me. She was on the, oh, now I'm tripping on stuff. It's early. But I got a lady's Miata running for I don't know, in my neighborhood a couple years ago. I couldn't fit in the car to even drive it, so of course I'm not exactly a small person. We got the Saturn for all you. Oh, check this out. This guy's doing, I don't know if this is doing lemons, but holy smokers. Oh no, this is the guy that owns the brewery. We were talking about that last night. We're here at like Central Coast Brewing in San Luis Obispo. I think there's 2 locations here, and they helped us out by, they're doing the start and the end of the rally. Oh, if you want to follow along, you have to go to my Lemons Rally Instagram, which is The Pile Drivers. That's our name of our Lemons Rally team, is The Pile Drivers. So it's at The Pile Drivers. I'll put a link in the description. And I'm not going to be posting stuff on my normal Instagram because otherwise everyone that isn't into cars on my normal Instagram kind of gets frustrated. These guys are doing kind of like a ska theme. You can see they're ready to go skanking. They're gonna throw in some specials, some madness, some selector, maybe some Scott lights. Doing it in the old school Cavalier convertible for the Malaysia Radwood crowd. At least it's got the manual transmission. And this is their mascot, is the Ska Bear, or Ska Bunny.
Designer edition, I'll give you half points.
See, this Lemons Rally judging is it's very serious stuff. Not sure if this guy's on the rally. No, that's the brewery's truck. See, there's like all sorts of negotiations for points. We only got 80 points, so we got hardly any. All right, so the cars that are here are generally not all the cars in the rally. It's usually other guys who are late, who leave after everybody that gets here at the actual 7 a.m. meeting time. It's actually 7:15 or so right now. Oh, a big shout out to everyone that just joined the channel after that SEMA video. I got a huge, massive response on the SEMA video. I think that's going to wind up being like our top video on the channel eventually, because I've never seen a video blow up so fast, despite the fact that my settings on my GoPro reverted back to the original settings and I didn't get the low light settings I want on some of the footage. But people really seem to enjoy the footage, and I kind of filmed it as if, you know, here's kind of like a day at SEMA, you know, like vlogged it that way, and I think people really enjoyed it. Check out this Galaxy. Oh, we looked at the Volvo as well, Volvo wagon. These guys actually came down from Oregon. I was talking to them last night at the meetup. This one's got a more modern Windsor setup in it with a turbo. It was the 351. See all the work he's done in there. So like I said, we got a lot of people from the SEMA video. If you haven't watched it, I'm assuming a lot of people on my channel probably watched it by now. And I mentioned we were doing lemons in the video, and the rally organizer said his sister saw the video and called him and said, hey, somebody filmed a video at SEMA and said they were doing lemons this week. So maybe we might have actually got some extra points just because of that. Here's a Rover for all you British car fans. Have a look here. These guys are kind of doing a Beatles theme. In fact, we were doing Abbey Road photographs earlier. You can see it's the Rover Soul. And she has one of those little turntables that she's fiddling with right now, and plenty of Beatles records. And if you like records, I have to mention, check out my second channel, which is Mike Finds Things, where we discuss records mainly, but other collectibles as well. You can see she has Magical Mystery there. I've actually got a mono pressing of that that's worth a few bucks. It belonged to my stepfather's first wife, so I didn't have to pay for it. I've had it for many years. You got the Three Amigos. There's Jim Forbes. He's always ready for a Lemons rally. This guy's like the biggest competitor.
Not this year.
Not this year. He's got a dart this year. No like 40s hearse or. So we got the Toyota Sienna minivan with the high roof. So these guys are probably in more comfort than we are in the Grand Marquis. So their points are probably on par. That's probably a little more hoopty than my ride, I must admit. It says Three Amigos, the bump bus. And then for all you Smokey and the Bandit fans, these guys are going to be cranking eastbound and down the whole time. This is Mr. Big and Enos. There's no Trans Am. I used to have the Trans Am, a car that looked like the Trans Am from the movie about 30 years ago, though.
You didn't remember how his teeth would come out.
So here's Mr. Big. Would you say you have a long way to go and a short time to get there? Okay, just checking. They're out looking for Coors, so they may be getting a DUI if they have too much Coors in the car. And this is pretty craptastic here. This is, look, check this. This is, you can't buy this, folks. This you can't like, even Hollywood special effects people can't do that. And these guys are rolling with a 500 cubic inch V8, 8.2 liters, which is what you want when gas is $5 a gallon in California. It's definitely what you want. Of course, they have the steer horns there. All right, they're not necessarily doing the Cannonball Run theme, but they definitely could have, but it might not be PC in this year of 2021. We have a Rolls Royce. What year's your Rolls Royce?
It is a 1967.
67. My dad had a 68. His had a right-hand drive one that was imported from the UK. And this is a factory engine, not a Chevy conversion. And it has the Spirit of Ecstasy on the front, which is, if you don't know, the Spirit of Ecstasy, that's what the hood ornament's called on a Rolls Royce. Not sure why that one's gold-plated. I've never seen a gold-plated Spirit of Ecstasy. But I guess that makes it even more ecstasy. It makes it like a 90s rave. That level of ecstasy. She got the dashboard, like how, look at this. Look at the opulence of this car. And he's sorry for party. Everyone's got a Instagram account. You can go to hashtag Lemons Rally, follow along. And I said, our Lemons account, the Pile Drivers. And we're gonna come around here. I'm gonna show you this Chrysler Cordoba, sorry. We have a street in Pasadena called Cordova, so I always say Cordova because I'm used to mentioning the street. And he is slanted. I don't think I've ever seen a Cordova with a slant 6, but there it is. And this is the very smog down one. So I'm sure this thing is not going to move under its own power. And you can see we have Ricardo Montalban, Khan himself. I guess that's their mascot. Not sure if this guy's in the rally. I'm guessing he is. He's got a GPS on his dash. In the Mustang, the base, it's not a V8 GT model. But yeah, The Chrysler Cordoba, not the Cordova. Cordova is a street in Pasadena, I'm sorry. And we have a Fiat 500 with eyelashes on it. And a Kia Soul done up like the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. Yeah, he come. Okay, I can't do too much of that song or they'll flag me for doing a cover version, even though it'll be a terrible cover version. And look at this, the Kim Jong car. This guy's gonna get massive points for this. And we really hope he doesn't get pulled over because we gotta show you the Kim Jong car. And look at this Mustang rolling in. All right, we are going to show you here we go. For all you Kim Jong fans, there are no Kim Jong fans, let's face it, come on. I think he's one of the most hated man. He's right up there with all the baddies. I'm not gonna mention them, you know who they are. Oh, and we have we got holes in the hood. We got like a plexiglass windshield. We got a roll cage. We got a car that may not make it. No, it's a Hyundai. It should be okay. As long as it's not an 80s Hyundai, it should make it. Yeah, the 80s ones were terrible. I think they failed smog from the factory. So there you go. All right, I think we have to get in line right now to get our rally packs. So I'm gonna go do that. We'll probably run into these guys in the 68 Mustang at some point, but we will be running into them. Because let's face it, as soon as they get the rally packs, these guys are gonna tear out of here faster than anything. We got these are the vans from Japan guys, and these guys. Hey Adrian, we need your license over here. When we check in, we're gonna get in line to check in, but we're gonna show you the vans from Japan. It's a right-hand drive van, another Mustang, but this one's a 2+2. It's Jim Forbes' Dart, complete with the leaning tower of power. We got a Honda. We got an Exploder, and we're gonna go check in. Okay, we are waiting for the rest of the teams to get their packets. We actually got ours. This Mercedes diesel just rolled in. Ready to do the rally with the whole back seat full of stuff. I broke out, I have California maps and everything, but a lot of this stuff I know where it is. So this is day one here. We got the hitching post in Buellton we'll be hitting. I've been there, Cold Springs Taverns, I've been there many times. Not many times, probably several times. In fact, we were talking about it when we drove past near where it was on the way up here. So LA stuff, which, you know, I know LA. I drove Uber in LA. I grew up in LA. I've lived there pretty much most of my life. Peterson Museum, La Brea Tar Pits, Urban Light. Those are all in the same area, as well as the Lemons Find It. That's like the bonus one, and that's at it's an old DeSoto dealership, which I knew would be on La Brea because that's where a lot of the old car dealership buildings that are repurposed are, and it's at 611 South La Brea in Los Angeles. Furman Park, Adobe Capistrano, so San Juan Capistrano, Encinitas, La Jolla, and then San Diego's the last checkpoint of the day. So this was not a killer one. I don't even have to break out the map. I know a lot more. I'd say about half this stuff I already know where it is. But that's day one, and we're going to be hitting the road. We're doing a driver meeting in a few minutes, and then we'll be hitting the road after that. All right, we got our rally packs. I'm going to show a few more of the cars that showed up, such as the vans from Japan, right-hand drive Toyota van. These guys ran it in like another right-hand drive car back in, it was a truck or SUV back in, it's even got a moonroof there. They ran it in 2019, the year we did it, in the Platypus, which was like the exact opposite comfort-wise of what we're doing in this year. And there's the Mustang, it says GT350, but I doubt it's a GT350. We got the Mustang. I don't know, he's got like some sort of like almost like a Martyr report or something on it. kind of no. He's got it might be a Shelby. He's got like Shelby American Car Club. This is Jim Forbes's Casper Dart. He drove out from Arizona, as you can see. Maybe next year we might have the Coronet ready, or Adrian will.
Can you get you and your buddy by your car? I just need you to sign a waiver real
Oh,
quick.
okay. We're signing waivers, yeah. Okay, sign your life away.
And then wherever your co-driver is.
Okay. Oh, that was, no, whatever, I did it backwards. Okay.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, he's over here somewhere. All right, so continuing on, we got the Exploder. This, and then back to our car. So that's all we have at the beginning here. We're going to show you the horn on the Caddy. Yeah. Okay, so we're leaving for Lemons Rally. First stop is Hitching Posts in Buellton, which I know where it is. But we're trying to figure out, there's like a scene from Sideways we're supposed to reenact that it would now be illegal. The only thing I can figure out is like there's a lady smoking in the bar. But we're on our way, we're about to hit the 101. Okay, so we didn't know what scene from Sideways we're supposed to do. So we're gonna do a scene from one of my favorite movies, Caddyshack, instead. Oh, this is the ugliest hat I've ever seen. I bet with a hat like that, you get a free bowl of soup. It looks good on you, though. Okay, there's a little context to the last post. We were supposed to reenact a scene from Sideways at the Hitching Post, which is where it was filmed. And I didn't realize it said a non-illegal scene. I thought it said a now illegal scene, and I was like, we couldn't figure out what was illegal. So it was just, I was like, let's just do a Caddyshack scene. So we're not going to win anyway because we're in a modern car. As you can see, the British car is already having problems. He's putting water from a soda bottle in there, so you know it's good. This is the Cold Springs Tavern. And what's funny is we were actually, here's Adrian. I don't think you've even been in the video much yet. Anyhow, Adrian's my co-pilot, the navigator, if you will. And this is the second stop. This is the Cold Springs Tavern. And this is like an old stagecoach stop, and it's a hangout for bikers on the weekends. And they have really good tri-tip up here. And it's on San Marcos Pass between like Santa Barbara and like Solvang in California, if you ever, come up this way. And I got my mascot, so we got to take a picture of Bob in front of the tavern for Lemons Rally, for our Instagram at the Pile Drivers. And another announcement, on the way up here, I just noticed we just hit like 4,000 subs on the channel, so thank you very much for that. A lot of that has to do with the SEMA video, which I know a lot of people subbed from that. So I'm going to go take the picture, and we're going to be back on the way, and then we're going to stop for lunch at a restaurant that I went to on my first day with my ex-wife. So, because bad memories make for some good food, so let's go do that. All right, we decided to take a detour through Malibu, and I got Bob here. We just took an extra Lemons photo because we're gonna go hit the checkpoint in Venice first so we can get out of the LA West Side early enough on a Friday where we're not gonna hit a lot of traffic. And we're just gonna post this one with the Muffler Man in, they call it Malibu Man here in Malibu just to mess with people. So let's do that. Is that one of the other teams figured out that if you go to Venice first, you're gonna get to your final destination a lot quicker today because the West Side is no bueno late in the afternoon on Friday. All right, so we're down here in Miracle Mile on Wilshire. Here's the Peterson Automobile Museum. See the old May Company, which is now the Academy of Motion Pictures Museum across the street. I remember it as the May Company because we used to go shopping there when I was a kid. We actually drove right past my high school on the way over here from Venice, where we went to the Gargoyle Bordello. We hit that checkpoint first because we know if you get stuck on the west side after like 2 o'clock on a Friday, you're done. There's old Johnny's Coffee Shop. That's been in a lot of movies like Reservoir Dogs. It's probably one of the more famous ones. There's a coffee shop in that. I believe it was in like Big Lebowski and a few other ones. I probably, maybe, if I'm messing it up, let me know. We're gonna take a picture. We gotta take a picture in front of Peterson. We got to hit City Lights, which is like over there, and then past that there's the La Brea Tar Pits, which right now is under construction, so we're gonna have to go find a sign that says La Brea Tar Pit somewhere. So right now we're gonna start this off, in LA on a Friday afternoon. We need to get out of town before the traffic hits, unfortunately. Okay, so we got all 3 checkpoints here at Miracle Mile by walking. Here comes the Cordova. I don't think they know exactly where they're going to park. It's actually very difficult to park down here unless you kind of know a few secrets that I know because I visit the Peterson every once in a while. But I'll show you some of the images from the checkpoints we just hit. All right, it is like, what, about 6:30 at night. We didn't post much. We hit a bunch of checkpoints. Now we just hit these houses that look like boats here in Encinitas, California. We're almost like, we got like 3 more checkpoints left of the day. There's actually nowhere to park here. I had to park here on the street. We've hit every checkpoint so far, including the bonus one, which was the old DeSoto dealership. We hit the one in Venice, the Gargoyle House. We hit all the ones at Miracle Mile that I think we showed earlier. And we hit a lighthouse in San Pedro. So basically you got to hit as many checkpoints as you can. You get points for those. Unfortunately, you get points for how old and how bad your car is, and our car is not really either, to be honest with you. So we did not get a lot of starting points. But we're moving on. We got a couple more checkpoints before the evening is over, and there's supposed to be a evening get-together at Joe's Crab Shack. So let's go check. We're gonna go hit that. All right, so we stopped at the last 2 checkpoints, which was a giant. It was called the Scripps Turd. It's basically a statue that costs like $200,000 that's shaped like human feces. And I'll overlay a photo of that. We also stopped at the Unconditional Surrender statue, which was basically like the photograph of the sailor kissing the girl in Times Square at the end of World War II. And those were the last 2 checkpoints of the day. Oh, the Kim Jong-un car is over here at the Giant Lemon. It's Lemons Rally Day 2. I decided to make this like one long video rather than 3 separate days. Kim Jong is here. Or whatever the ruler.
Where's your guys?
We got
Right
the.
there.
We saw you got a picture at the garage. We were probably right behind you.
Nice.
So we got Bob, our fearless mascot.
Yeah,
Yeah, our guy actually gives people food though.
yeah.
Okay.
Dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it.
Yeah. Okay, so we just hit the Egyptian garage, which was like a bonus checkpoint. They were there before us, I guess, slightly. We're gonna go film. I'm gonna video Bob here, and this is day 2, and we'll get the picture here. Okay, we're at one of the checkpoints here, Dudley's Bakery, up in the mountains. We're actually heading up in the mountains. We're going to Palomar Mountain in a few here. See, the Mustang GT350 replica has made it here, as well as Kim Jong, as well as the other Mustang and the Cordova. We're over there with the Kia. And earlier we had a driver meeting. We had the Ska guys and the Cavalier. We all wound up, the Kia guys in the Mach 5 Kia and us, we all somehow wound up at the same Starbucks around the corner from the, what is it, Uranus or whatever? It's not Uranus, it's Uranus Science Place or whatever in El Cajon. We hit that checkpoint. We hit a couple other checkpoints, as well as the garage at, that was one of the extra checkpoints. Here on day 2. Day 2 is pretty long. We figured out what the second hidden one is. It's out in the desert. We're not going to announce it, but we did figure that one out. There was a clue that it used to be a photo lab. Now it's a world famous museum. It is out in Joshua Tree, so we're not going to be hitting that one for a while. We got Palomar Mountain, Royce on Route 66, a ghost town, and then there's like a bonus checkpoint way the hell out in Arizona. So I don't know what we're going to hit yet. But these guys have got all these stickers that they got here. So as Lemons Rally 2021 Hell on Wheels California Rally continues. All right, we just drove up a mountain and we're here at the Palomar Observatory. This is as far as we can go. Everyone's like lined up to get a picture of their car. The Eldorado, the Smokey the Bandit Eldorado is actually, I'm gonna roll the window down. The Smokey the Bandit Eldorado actually broke down on the way down, so we're gonna check on them. They waved us on saying they're okay, but we'll check on them anyway. But this is the Palomar Mountain Observatory, as far as you can go currently. So this is where everyone's getting their photos, and we will be too. All right, so we are here in like Banning, trying to get to the 10 freeway, which there's an In-N-Out Burger that way a few miles, which we will be going to near Barongo Casino. We actually just came down the hill from Idlewild thinking, oh, we're doing great on time, and there is a train stuck here that is keeping us from getting on the Interstate Freeway 10, which is right there. But we did go up the hill. We hit the checkpoint up there, which was a tree monument up in Idlewild. And we got that checkpoint out of the way. So hopefully this train will actually move out of the way and we can be on our way. We are out here at the world famous Crochet Museum out here in Joshua Tree. And Adrian's going to drive the car, and he has to make a few adjustments. There you go. We're over here, and that's day one. Day one is in the bag. Two is happening right now. We've already hit. We didn't show the sheet today. Huge Lemon did it. All those we did. Next thing we have, this was actually a bonus checkpoint. The Lemons Rally Find It. I think most people figured out what it was. Royce and Amboy, which is on Route 66, Kelso Ghost Town, and then there's a super stupid, inadvisable, hard to find, out of the way bonus checkpoint in Topeka, Arizona. Don't know if we're going to do that one because we're not even in the running, and we like to get in at a reasonable hour. So that's what's going on now. I'm putting the real GPS on because we're going to be where the phone's not going to work. And just in case, I brought the best of the spinners and the Manhattan's greatest hits on cassette for the cassette deck because we're not going to get iTunes out there because cassette music is always a must for a Lemons Rally. And let's see how Adrian enjoys the wonderful driving experience that is the Mercury Grand Marquis. You can see that oil burning out of that Rolls Royce over there on the rally. Wasn't this guy on the rally too? The guy in the Mustang? He was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Man, I could smell it. That oil is burning bad. You can't smell it in the video, but it's definitely burning. We're out here on the highway, and like I said, we got the GPS because we know we're about to be where there's no cell reception. So anytime you do a Lemons Rally, you need a real GPS, not just your phone. All right, we're out here on Route 66 in Amboy, California at Roy's Motel Cafe, very famous landmark. And we just hit this checkpoint. We got the Amboy post office over there. Looks like we got the Mopar contingent. Here's the cafe part. I don't know if you can see it, the Cavalier is over there. We've got the Rolls Royce team over here. We got the Mach 5 Kia. And now I'm being surrounded by all sorts of Dodges with Hemis. And I'm sure these guys are definitely obeying the speed limit out here in the desert where there are no police. So these guys are not part of the Lemons Rally. But they just became part of the Lemons Rally. Look at this. They're literally everywhere. So,
What's up, Mike?
hey, we got to film YouTube, you know, that YouTube life. All right, so continuing out here, got the ska guys, and they got the. It's kind of nice when you do a rally and everybody, like all different teams, show up, and you start running into different people here at Roy's. The El Dorado has arrived.
Yes.
No cowboy hats. All right, so we got some teams here. We led because nobody thought to bring a real GPS. So we actually led the Rolls Royce and the Cavalier since we have a real GPS because there's no cell reception out. This is the Kelso, California Railroad Depot. And from what I understand, this town was like a huge deal. Oh, now we're getting filmed. Isn't this weird? So this town was like, I guess, a huge deal back in the day. So they built this giant railroad depot, and now there's like nothing here. So, but there's this giant depot. But then like the National Park Service keeps it up as like a historic landmark. So, And it said something about filming at the ghost town. The only thing, I think everyone's posting about this in front of this post office. So that's probably what we're gonna do. There's that one checkpoint that's out of the way. We won't be in the running because our car. So I talked with everybody else. Everybody agrees we should just go to where the hotel is tonight, not do the optional checkpoint. So we're out here, and the Cadillac's been having problems with overheating. So they decided to go with a unique approach to keeping the radiator cool. Now, yeah, so we've got a little sprayer there, and with a hose that runs down, goes over the windshield, and goes to a spray bottle, Rainmaker spray bottle. And that keeps the engine a little bit cooler so you can make it through. We have a safety fire extinguisher.
Remember, safety third.
So there you go. That's a Lemons Rally fix for you.
Oh, you have one?
Okay, it's the beginning of day 3 of Lemons Rally, and we stayed last night here at Whiskey Pete's at Primm, Nevada at the state line because everything was too damn expensive in Vegas. We didn't book ahead of time, and the Rolling Stones were in town, and rooms were expensive. So we stayed here, and it was still like $150 a night plus the resort fee and all that. And so we didn't do that.
And we were lucky enough to see the Stones out in Temecula prior.
Yeah, we saw plenty of Stones out there in the desert. So let's go. We're going to go over the itinerary, and then we're going to go hit day 3. Okay, here's the day 3 itinerary, the long and weird-ass road. We're going to start with Coffinwood, which Adrian's really excited about because they make coffins, and he actually drives a hearse professionally, which is what we should be driving on this rally, but that's okay. Then you go to the biggest thermometer in Baker, which is on I-15. Zizek's, which is right off of I-15. Lake Dolores Water Park, which is the abandoned water park on I-15 that they film all the skateboard videos at, and I think they did some music videos there. Tehachapi Loop Overlook. Look, I can't talk this morning. Tehachapi Loop Overlook. Last Woolworths Counter, Bakersfield Arch, and the Penny Bar. And one thing that's really nice about where we are staying here, there is a Starbucks across the parking lot. So it's not like yesterday where we had to go find a Starbucks. So let's go find the Starbucks, and then we'll hit the first checkpoint. Here we go. We got the Cavalier. We're out here at Coffinwood. We also have the Mustang Fastback. And we also have... Oh, yeah. Ooh, cookies. There we go.
Lucky cookies.
Lucky cookies. We just saw the Eldorado. He turned around, and I think he doesn't want to go through Death Valley because that's kind of where this rally's headed, is Death Valley after this. So this is Coffinwood, and we got to get a picture here. And I guess these guys make coffins, which Adrian can tell you all about those. He's got a couple Cadillac hearses here, a few more back there. This looks like Adrian's house right now. You can see there's like a full graveyard. This is in Pahrump, Nevada. So the next stop after this is the world's largest thermometer, which is in Baker, which means the way they route us, we have to go through Death Valley unless we want to go all the way back to Vegas and back out that way, which would take much longer. Which I'm guessing why the Eldorado turned around, because he's having a lot of problems with his cooling system. But lots of graves and skulls and things like that and hearses here at Coffinwood. And I'm going to take our picture. We're going to post it on Instagram. Also, if you want to see everyone else's pictures, go to the hashtag Lemons Rally. Every time there's a Lemons Rally, all the Lemons Rally photos get posted on there. And lots of shenanigans and fun. All right, we got a team meeting here. We got 3 teams. We got the Fiat 500. We got the Scott, the Rude Boys, and the Cavalier. And of course, we got us. And we're here at the world's largest thermometer in Baker, California. You all know it and love it. It was just at 69 too, and then it jumped down to 68, so we just missed that. And the Cadillac guys in the Eldorado just took off for Alien Fresh down there. We hit this checkpoint. Next one's going to be Zizek's, which is, you always see that exit off the 15. For all you guys here in California, you already know it. And we're going out to see whatever the institute is down there that's down that road. So that is our next thing. And then we will be on to more checkpoints and then ending tonight in San Luis Obispo as the people in the Fiat 500 take off. All right, we stopped here at Mad Greek Cafe for lunch along with the guys in the Mustang Fastback and the Cavalier. It's a couple teams roll on past. They just got the world's largest thermometer. And now we're off to Zizek's. I just missed the parking brake failure. Oh no. Okay, we got a whole crew here at the end of Zizek's Road at the California State University Desert Center of not open. And you can't go any further down the road. They got porta potties for people. And we're about to head over. We got a whole crew here. We got a whole bunch of cars. We're all heading to Lake Dolores Water Park, which has been in like a bunch of music videos and skate videos and post-apocalyptic videos. And yeah, it's all fenced in. I don't think you can jump the fence unless you're like a raver or something. Then you can go rave out there in the desert. So we got to get to San Luis Obispo. We got to hit the checkpoints. We got to be there by 7 o'clock tonight. And the Marquis, of course, not my first choice of Lemons Rally vehicles, but it's doing just fine, even though it wasn't our first vehicle that we were supposed to be in. And let's go head there right now. All right, so this checkpoint is the Rockahula Water Park out here in the middle of frickin' nowhere off of I-15. And we got a couple of our teams kind of running close to us. You can see we actually probably bypassed a lot of traffic. And the next one we're hitting is the Tehachapi Loop, which is where the railroad goes and makes the big loop-de-loop up in Tehachapi on the way to Bakersfield. And there's actually a couple checkpoints in Bakersfield as well. And the Cadillac rolls in. We got Mr. Big without the suits on. This one's been having overheating. You still having overheating problems?
Not too bad with the modification.
Okay. But it's doing it. This is definitely a contender for first place, I would say. We're at the intersection of California 58 and US 395 out here near Boron, California. Cadillac's Mr. Big needs some Mr. Water. And we're going to be heading out towards Tehachapi Loop in a minute. Check out this radiator hose. That's a lot of flex hose. And we'll be heading out. We got the Galaxy here, and the Volvo is here somewhere. I think they're floating around. Oh, there it is. They're sneaking up on me. They were parked over on the other side. And you know, they said they didn't do the radiator. This car sat like 35, 40 years, and for not redoing the radiator, I'd say it's doing pretty darn good. We're at the last Woolworth's Diner, which actually closed permanently as of today, or actually, no, it's yesterday, November 6th. That was the last day. They had a cool lunch counter in there. I actually wasn't here when it was open. Supposedly I heard they're going to reopen it, and this was one of the Lemons Rally checkpoints. And in 2018 when we did Lemons Rally, we stopped here for lunch, my friend Jimmy and I, and we were like, why wasn't it one of the checkpoints? So and this year it actually is one of the checkpoints. But Marquis over here, we're actually on our way to the famous Bakersfield Arch, and we'll be heading there right now. Okay, this place was actually closed, but the owner came out just to like say, hey, why don't you come in and take a look at the bar? So we're going to show you the penny bar here in McKittrick. The final checkpoint on the Lemons Rally. So here the whole thing is covered. The walls, everything. All this covered in pennies. As far as the eye can see. Look at this. Got an old Derrick made out of pennies.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Over 1 million pennies.
That's over 1 million penny.
Yeah.
I'll show you some more. Only on the Mike Frankovich YouTube channel can you see the penny bar. I'm sure someone else has videoed this at some point though. Behind the bar, the dollar bills on the ceiling. And now, onwards to San Luis Obispo for the end of the rally. And we got a bonus for you guys. The owner of the penny bar has this beautiful 1958 Edsel Ranger 4.0 hardtop. Check out this one, man. Yep, I used to own all 3 years of Edsel. And this one definitely is a decent specimen of an Edsel. These taillights are very hard to find that aren't destroyed because they kind of protrude and they crack very easily. But I don't think any of the other teams got pictures of the 1958 Edsel. All right, so the owner of the penny bar just gave us the tour. This is the outside of the penny bar, and several other teams have shown up, including there's the Toyota minivan back there. We have the Volvo, and the Galaxy just rolled in. And we already showed you the 1958 Edsel. And this is the final checkpoint. And we're off to San Luis Obispo for the end of the rally and the awards ceremony and the final farewell for Lemons Rally. We're going to head there right now, and we're going to show that to you as well. All right, we're at the end of the rally, and look who's here. It's Kim Jong-un. Some of the cars are already here. We're here at the Central Cross Brewing in San Luis Obispo, again, where we started. He made it. We got the Rover. We didn't even see the Rover on the road too much. The Cavalier, which they were just ahead of us. And the Mach 5, we didn't see them at all today. We did see them the other day quite a bit, yesterday. And the Cadillac was ahead of us, but they got off at a different exit, so I don't know where they're at. We were actually following them. And then Jim Forbes' car is actually right there. And there's the Miata, the black Miata, which we didn't see at all since we got off the freeway in Santa Monica, off Pacific Coast Highway. Okay, so they did have the awards inside. They had like loud booming copyright music, so I couldn't bring it to you. Essentially, what was in first place? The Rover was in first place, Rover Soul, followed by the, I don't remember.
Kim Jong?
No, Kim Jong was third place.
Oh, the Rolls?
The Rolls, and then the judge's choice was the Cadillac. So that's who won the whole thing. We couldn't bring it to you because unfortunately there was music in there, and it was kind of loud, so I don't think the sound would have even come out right. We're actually about ready to head back to LA because we got to go back tonight, even though it's going to be super dang late when we get there. But it's another Lemons Rally in the books. I've also got a playlist on the channel of my the other Lemons Rallies I've done. 2018 and 2019. I'll add this one to that playlist, and I'll put the link to the playlist in the description so you can watch my old Lemons Rally videos when I did it in an 83 Dodge Boogie van, which also is on my channel, and a 67 Dodge van with the roof cut off. And that was definitely a crazy experience. But we'll have more videos coming up. In a couple weeks, I'm actually going to the LA Auto Show. We'll be doing Radwood. I got a lot of other stuff this month to shoot. Thanks to everyone who subscribed off of the SEMA video. We got a lot of new people subscribed to the channel from that. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.